Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday. I guess I'll start by saying this. Welcome to the club, Texas. It's about time, of all places. Figured you'd be ahead of the game, not behind it. I know some of you guys may be wondering what the hell I'm talking about. It's a good thing for being an American. It's a good thing for being a prepper. With the news that we've got lately, I talked about yesterday over on Pinball Prepping about the administration wanting to bring in 200,000 Afghanis, with the 250,000 slotted, estimated to be 2 million people coming across the border from the southern border this year, and all the other craziness that's going on. Crime has gone way up in the United States. And I'm not talking about burglaries or robberies. I'm talking about rapes and murders and all that sort of stuff. Okay. And, as the old joke goes, when seconds count, cops are a minute away. So, So where I say congratulations, Texas, is in 2 weeks, Texas becomes the 20th state to allow constitutional carry, and the fourth one this year. Okay, Utah just went into effect in May, Iowa, and my home state in Tennessee on July 1st. Okay, now personally for me it didn't matter. I had my concealed carry permit, wasn't a big deal. But constitutional carry does away with all the goofiness of taking tests and going through classes and everything. And don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying that you shouldn't get training, that any Tom, Dick, or Harry should be able to walk around with a pistol on his hip. Okay? Obviously, you got to know what you're doing with the damn thing. But it takes away the financial problem that some people have with getting it. Because, even with my military discount, because I got to avoid all the bullshit because of serving, I think it still cost me $90 or something like that to get my CCW. And, normally it's $100 and some odd dollars, plus you got to pay for the class, which is a couple of $100. Now you start talking a few $100s, and that can be prohibitive to people. So thank God Texas finally joined the crowd. So reason I say this is a lot of you are talking about moving. Okay. Funny, a lot of you are moving to Tennessee, so welcome. We need more patriots in this state. I cannot believe that there are now 5 of us in my little town that follow this channel. But 1,900 people in this town, and including me, there's 4 other prepping families that watch me, let alone how many other prepping families, who knows. Okay. But I want you to listen to this list of states. Okay, these are all the states that now, come September 1st, okay, when Texas comes in, will allow constitutional carry. Alaska, Idaho, Montana, North and South Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Iowa, Missouri, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. What do most of those states have in common? Oh, I don't know. They're a little bit red. Okay. Vermont, obviously very blue. Maine, a mix. New Hampshire, which way's the wind blowing today? Okay. But with the exception of the upper Northeast, the rest of the country the rest of the states that are now allowing constitutional carry are all conservative states. That tells you something. Now, if you want to take a look at the states that don't allow any carry, okay, not constitutional, not permitted, not nothing, okay, and to get a concealed license, you have to, go through 9 kinds of hell to get a license. Oh, let's listen to these states: California, Illinois, New York, South Carolina, and Florida. Now, South Carolina has just allowed open carry, so they're moving up, but as of right now, so South Carolina will no longer be on the list. So that leaves it California, Illinois, New York, and Florida. Florida, I have no idea why. It makes no sense to me. But the rest of them, California, Illinois, New York, gee, that makes total sense. Okay. Probably the three most mismanaged solid blue states that you'd get, with the most incompetent leaders that you can get. I mean, hell, Cuomo just got thrown out. Bill de Blasio's a moron. You look at Pritzker as the governor of Illinois, or Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. Hey, no guns allowed in Chicago, yet we get a dozen murders a week. And then good old Gavin Newsom, who's about to get thrown on his ass out in California. Okay. It's amazing how everybody knows all these names, because why? It's not because how great they are, it's because of how freaking incompetent they are. Okay. But you look at why, okay? There's more crime in Chicago than basically anywhere. There's a ton of crime. Crime is going up like crazy in New York, all right? But gee, you know what? Nobody's allowed to protect themselves. Where's crime going down? The blue states. Or I'm sorry, the red states. The blue states, yeah, right. Crime is going down in the red states. And again, this is your typical, an armed society is a polite society, all right? People are not going to break into, you put a sign out in front of a business that says gun-free zone, you might as well just leave your doors unlocked to your business and say, come on in and rob me, okay? Because just like anything else, the bad guy is not going to the house, the business, whatever it is, where he thinks he's going to be caught or challenged or anything like that. He is going to go to a soft target. Well, Texas has now joined the fray of states that have said, we're no longer requiring our people to be soft targets. This is a good thing. And the reason I say it surprises me so much about Texas is because of everything going on the border, which I think probably has a whole lot to do with why they just passed this law. I think it was 82-62 in the Texas House. And I mean, a couple of years ago, they couldn't even get it up on the floor, and now you've got 60% of politicians agreeing down in Texas. God knows they ain't the ones that ran to Washington. Okay. And again, I'm not saying that all Hispanics or anything like that by any means are criminals, okay? But desperate times call for desperate measures. It's been proven over and over and over again, MS-13 people coming across the border. Countless times that you see drug smuggling, human smuggling. There's story this week, I think it was out of Houston, where they found another semi-trailer full of people. There was a story, I want to say it was out of California, where they found something like 2 tons of methamphetamine and fentanyl hidden in a truck. Okay. The crime is coming from Mexico. And I've said many times, you don't want to go out in the barn and find people sleeping in your hayloft or something like that. You sure as hell don't want to wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of broken glass and go, gee, all I have is a knife and the guy coming in the door has a gun, okay? Mrs. P had a dream the other night, scared her enough that she came downstairs. She thought she heard our front door open. And I could have killed her for not waking me up. But she came down, taken care of, let's put it that way. There was nobody there, but if there were, there would have been a mess for me to clean up. And it wouldn't have been her. So congratulations, Texas, on joining the crowd. Let's hope there are, I don't know, at least a dozen other states, Nebraska, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina. Why aren't you on this list? Okay. Don't let those morons in blue take your rights away from you. You have a right to protect yourself. And with everything going on between Biden's complete mishandling of the southern border and the utter disaster that just happened in Afghanistan and what their plans are for that, okay, you might want to have some protection, because I guarantee you everybody that's coming to the United States right now isn't going, yay, I'm such a little angel. Come, I'm going to be a good boy or good girl. Some of them are going, what's yours is mine, okay? And it's going to be up to you to stop it. Because again, like I said, when seconds count, the cops are minutes away. Have a good Tuesday. Pinball out.